Welcome back to the Driver's Training Podcast.
Welcome back.
We hope you've had an amazing week since we spoke last. And if not, it's probably on you and your choices. So think about that.
Okay.
Audrey, how are you?
I'm chilling. I'm a little sleepy, but I'm ready for the pod. We have a lot to talk about today. There's a lot of good topics.
Yeah, a lot of hot topics.
Love Hot Topic.
I honestly ran Hot Topic back in the day.
I really loved Hot Topic. I remember when my grandparents would come into town from Arizona. They're really religious. And we'd go to Hot Topic and they were like, oh my God. They were the type of people when I would pose with peace signs in photos, they'd be like, no gang signs.
No way. For just a peace sign?
Yeah, my grandpa's a pastor, so.
But what's the issue?
I don't know.
Is it devil horns?
I don't know. I think he's just uneducated on gang signs and just assuming.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Yeah.
No, Hot Topic was scary, but awesome.
It was scary because of the music, but I love the graphic t-shirts like Invader Zim.
Yup, we love Invader Zim.
Adventure Time, they just have everything that you would need for pop culture.
Yeah, I can see Hot Topic making a big return, coming up soon.
I could too. Did you know Hot Topic and Torrid are owned by the same company?
No.
So the owner was like, oh, this is a niche that people plus size clothing is a niche that isn't everywhere. Uh-huh. So they made Torrid, and same with Hot Topic, goth culture is something that is niche, and they need a store for it.
Yeah. I mean, I feel there's really not a lot of comparable things to Hot Topic, maybe an FYE.
Yeah, FYE. I was thinking maybe Spencer's.
Oh yeah,
but Spencer's is I don't know.
That's a dirty, nasty, corrupt store.
If you go to Spencer's,
you're a freak.
Dirty. You're disgusting,
and we hate you, and we're judging you, and you're going to.
Okay,
I'm sorry.
That's
I didn't mean it. Sometimes I just get a little aggressive.
So also shout out to everyone who gave us some great comments and feedback on our last episode. That was so nice. And we officially have our art this time.
Yes. We spoke a little prematurely last week. We were excited. Sorry.
Yeah, but so shout out to our artist I believe it's Chesalbi is how you pronounce it, but yeah, go follow them. Their info is in the bio description. That's it.
Yeah. Check them out. It really is so cute and it makes my heart warm. So
Me too.
I'm happy we finally got that sorted out. And speaking of not finalizing the podcast, but she is licking my knee. Sorry, Frances is back and she's up to her same shenanigans. But just rounding out the setup of the podcast, I want to issue an apology to content creators everywhere. I did not realize that this was actually hard.
No, it's actually crazy. After we finished filming last week, we were like, okay, so we just put the audio together with the video. It's not that hard.
Yeah.
And then it was it was working in the beginning, but then it started unsyncing and we were echoing, and thankfully Suzy's brother came to the rescue. So shout out Wagner.
Shout out Wagner. You're the GOAT. We'll probably be calling you again after we record this to get your help. But yeah, it's just audio shit is hard. I didn't realize that all the nice microphones that everyone uses on the podcast I watch are $400.
That is so crazy.
Which is obscene. I didn't know you all had that kind of money. Spread the wealth a little bit.
We just need to create a LLC officially or something, and then we can put everything like, oh, this is for the business, and like get the tax taken off.
That's so true. We actually just need to start writing everything off.
That way we can get lunch afterwards.
Oh my god, it's a business expense.
Yeah, exactly.
Wait, maybe that's how they're doing it. They're all
like
just
the
writing
creators.
It off.
Yeah, I think
mean,
so.
They're also just a lot more popular and have real fans that aren't just our friends and have Patreons, and
we'll have a Patreon
one day. Just you wait. It's gonna be good.
But by the time this episode comes out, April will have started.
Mm-hmm.
So that's really exciting. It's coming out April 2nd, which is the day after April Fool's Day. You wanted to talk about April Fool's Day, right?
I was just wondering if you plan on getting up to any shenanigans. Or if you've ever partaken in some April Fools.
So I haven't thought about it, honestly, this year. I feel like it definitely should be something I do, but like I can't think of.
Sorry.
That's okay. I can't think of anything on the spot. One of my favorite April Fool's Day pranks I've pulled, though, is my friend Heidi, shout out Heidi if you're watching, had this Jeep in college, and she would never lock it. And because she was like, oh, if they really wanted to break in, they could just take the top off of it and like break in that way. And we were like, okay,
like, I guess.
Yeah. So she was in rehearsal for a show one day, and we had this like plastic skeleton that I had from Halloween, and I put a wig on it, and we put like Mia's clothes on it, and it looked like Mia but like a skeleton. And we put it in the driver's seat with its hands on the wheel because her car was unlocked and like just left there. And then she called us like almost in tears, and she was like, guys, someone broke into my car. I'm so scared.
Oh, did she like think that, like, did she get close enough and see that?
I don't know.
And really think it was a person, or was she like, someone broke in and put the skeleton in here?
She thought it was a person at first. Dude. Because she like got to her car and just saw like the back of it, and it did look like an actual person.
Yeah.
But it was so funny, but it taught her a lesson. She needs to start locking her car.
Like, pranks are okay if it's for the common good, right?
Yeah, or just like a good giggle.
Yeah.
Like, you can't do a prank that's like
mean.
Those YouTuber pranks.
I shot my friend in the head.
Or like those, vlogger pranks that's like giving a homeless person like $1 million prank.
Yeah.
Those are evil.
Yeah, some YouTubers need to be put down. And I mean that.
Not saying who specifically.
Yeah,
but
there's a lot out there.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like I was never much of a prankster. April 1st was actually, we just decided that it was my family dog's like birthday. And so I was like, oh, it's just Mocha's birthday. Like, I wasn't really on the prank grind. The only like recent prank I can kind of remember participating in was not April Fool's related, but it was still pretty funny. It was around Christmas, and I was supposed to be coming home, and my mom called me. Francis, please stop doing that. Francis! She's scratching the fuck out of the chair. Anyway, you guys don't care. No one cares. So my mom calls me, and she's like, your dad has had the hiccups like all day. He can't get rid of them. Like, it's actually stressing me out. You need to call him and tell him some shocking news. And I was like, first of all, I'm not a good liar. So it took a lot of convincing for me to call. And first she wanted me to tell him that I was pregnant. And like, hell no, I'm not telling my dad that I'm pregnant.
That's crazy.
That is like, that's way too far. So I was just like, I'll just call and tell him I had COVID and try to scare his hiccups away. And you know what? It actually worked. So
okay.
So maybe Shelly was onto something. And then I asked him, I was like, if I would have told you I was pregnant, would you have believed me? And he said no. So he knows I have no hose. no hose, no job, no car,
Well, you don't need a car.
What do I have?
Me.
Thank God for that. Yay! I don't need anything else.
On the topic of April Fool's Day stuff, there was this girl in my college freshman year. If you guys know, you know, but she basically said she had a twin. Like from the day we met her Finsta name had the name twin in it.
Okay.
And it was like a shared Finsta account with her and her twin. And then on April Fool's Day, so this is like almost like right before this like school year's over, she was like, just kidding, that's not my twin, that's my best friend.
Are you serious?
I'm serious. We were all like, what? Like,
did they look alike?
No, they didn't look alike, but like, you know, you could be a fraternal twin, like you don't have to look alike.
Yeah.
But she also didn't go to like Michigan State, so like,
so it's easy to be like, oh, she doesn't go to this school. That's crazy.
It was like such a weird lie. Like, it wasn't funny. And like, for her to plan out like April Fool's Day, I'm telling everyone that's not my twin.
I kind of respect the bit. Like, it's just so stupid, but she had to keep up with it for so long.
Yeah.
And for essentially no payoff.
There really wasn't any payoff, like, at all.
That's kind of awesome.
Yeah.
Should we start doing that? Should we start, like, telling people that we're twins?
I feel like we'd be stealing that from Bree and Charlie because they have birthdays really close to each other, and they do that when it's their birthday.
Okay, they can have this one.
Yeah.
We'll think of something else.
Yeah.
Another huge holiday coming up this weekend. There's a lot going on.
Arguably bigger.
Nice.
April Fool's
you got
Day.
it. You killed it. Okay.
Okay, yeah.
Okay.
My degree at work there.
Okay. Enunciation. Yeah, no. So tomorrow for us is Easter, which
I forgot it was Easter this weekend.
I forget about it every single year, and this is like the point I wanted to bring up, or just like the topic, like, why is Easter so mid? Like, of all the holidays, I feel like
it definitely is mid, but as a kid, it was awesome.
That's the thing. Like, it used to be lit. Like, let me go find some eggs. Let me eat some candy.
Like,
let me get an
candy,
Easter basket.
The Easter baskets, like, that's what you had to look forward to for Easter as a kid.
Yeah.
But now that you're like a grown person and like, you're not going to participate by yourself in an Easter egg hunt without a child.
That's like, I'm just saying, I think we should rebrand it. Like, because think about Halloween. Like, Halloween is supposedly very, like, kid-oriented, like, dressing up in costumes and, like, going trick-or-treating for candy. And yet there's still, like, I mean, so many adults celebrate it. And so why do we get that for Halloween, but we can't have, like, and even, like, I mean, St. Patrick's Day isn't really like a kid's thing, but that is fun.
Well, St. Patrick's Day is really, when it comes down to it, about drinking.
Right.
What I think about Easter for adults, it's more so a Christian.
It's about church.
It's for the church.
Let's go to church. Let's bring back going to church.
Wait. Should we go to church tomorrow for Easter?
Wait.
There's a big church across the street from my apartment.
Oh my God. Should we? That could be kind of fun. I'll probably be hungover.
Oh, are you going out tonight?
I think so.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm crazy.
Wow.
What if we went to church? What do you know, like, what kind of church that is? Like, what brand of Christianity? What strain?
No. I would mention the name, but I don't want anyone to dox me because I just said, like, I live across the street from it.
Okay.
But I think it might be Catholic.
Dude, I don't think I've ever actually been to Catholic mass.
Both my parents are atheists, so
I kind of, I respect the aesthetics of Catholicism.
No, it's beautiful.
Like, the practices, I'm like, but, like, the crosses, the coquette.
Yeah, it's very coquette. Like, I love stained glass. Mm-hmm. It's very, like, take me to church.
Sing it. Keep on going.
I don't think I will.
Okay.
But yeah, I haven't celebrated Easter with my family since moving to Chicago, really. Because train tickets home are expensive, and Easter is like such a mid-holiday that I don't want to spend money
Exactly.
on it. It's not that I don't want to see my family, it's just like expensive, you know.
Yeah.
For like what? Okay. Like I'll probably eat semi good. It's not going to be anything compared to Thanksgiving.
Yeah. See, that's like with Thanksgiving, you have what is the night before called? Is there like a word for
Black Friday? Or no, that's the day after Thanksgiving.
Yeah, like Wednesday night when everyone like goes out because they're all in their hometowns and like isn't there a word for that, or am I stupid?
No, there is a word for that.
Wacky Wednesday.
Wasted Wednesdays. We United Wednesdays.
One of those, take your pick.
We United with the homies.
Whoa.
Wednesday. You guys get it.
Yeah, like why don't we have one of those for Easter? I'm just trying. Look, I've just realized that Easter needs a bit of a rebrand, and I think we can help.
That's your marketing major at work.
That's my degree. Like, I'm putting that to work.
Mm-hmm. It's like
it's not doing much else.
In Girls, where the coffee shop is failing, so they it's like a hipster coffee shop. Holy shit, across the street. And they rebrand as anti-hipster, and that's what gets their business booming again.
Dude, it's so good. What were I like haven't watched it as recently as you. What were some of the like signs that they had up? Wasn't it like no?
It was like trust the government, and there was like a Romney sign up. The only one that I can think of right now is like trust the government. It was like no man buns.
Yeah, no man buns. Dude, that was a different time.
It was.
And I need to go back.
Speaking of going back, 2014 Tumblr is back, you guys.
It's so unbelievably back.
It's kind of crazy how back it is because it's just, I mean, it was 10 years ago at this point.
Yeah, we've hit the decade. I think we are like due for the cycle to restart. But God, I don't know if I was ready.
I'm not ready because for that to be back, because that's when we were like, I was like 16.
Yeah, 15, 16.
Yeah, and oh my God, I'm just thinking about how cringy it was, and for it to be romanticized now.
I know, all those TikToks you see that are like, I wish I was a teenager back in 2014. I'm like, huh?
Yeah,
no.
It is truly crazy. 2014 Tumblr was a different place. I think a big part of my frontal lobe is impacted by Tumblr as a whole. I met one of my best friends on Tumblr. Shout out Allie. We're still friends to this day, but it was because like I posted a picture of me and Jeremy Shada, the voice of Finn from Adventure Time at Comic-Con. And Allie was like, oh my gosh, I'm gonna meet him when I go to my Comic-Con. And literally, that was it. That's all it took.
And now you're besties.
Mm-hmm.
That is like, I feel like we don't have that same kind of connection building anymore, like across other social media.
I think I agree. I think part of that is just because there's too much social media.
Yeah.
I think, well, actually, I feel like...
Well, actually...
what I think is that the, like K-pop stans and that kind of stans.
There is, like... Yeah, I guess stan culture kind of moved over to Twitter, and so all the people in, like, those spaces, like the K-pop stan twit, or even, like, back in, like, a few years ago, Minecraft YouTubers was, like, a big community, and, like, people, I guess that's kind of how you like get to meet people is you have to be in a very specific like dedicated community. Whereas I feel like Tumblr, there was a little more freedom to be in like multiple different like fandoms.
Yes, there was definitely like you could have a vlog or blog devoted to anything you wanted and everything you wanted. Whereas if you're on Twitter and you're a K-pop stan, but like let's say you're also like a stan of
Olivia Rodrigo.
Yeah, Olivia Rodrigo. You gotta have a separate account.
Yeah.
Pick a struggle.
What did you like start like when you first got on Tumblr? Like what were you doing? What were you what fandoms were you in? Like
so
what
when
was the
I
vibe?
first started Tumblr, I was in like early 8th grade. So like 2012. And I was reblogging a lot of like Disney GIFs and Glee.
Oh my god.
And maybe a little One Direction.
Okay.
And then when I moved halfway through 8th grade, I met this girl Diana. And
Diana.
Yeah, exactly. When that song came out, she was like, but then I got really even more into One Direction and Five Sauce.
Yup.
And she was like, you need to listen to Lana Del Rey.
Oh
and
my
that
god.
really shifted something.
She saved you.
She did. She saved me for real. She showed me Two Girls, One Cup. And like, I was like, oh my god. And like, I think ever since then, something shifted in me where like my innocence was lost. And
that was the day.
Yeah. Fun fact, I actually became friends with Marco and Rosalind because of Tumblr.
Aw, that's so sweet.
Yeah, it's like the story is like even though we were in high school together and we had classes together, they saw me on Tumblr on my phone and they were like, "Are you on Tumblr right
They're
now?"
like, the president tied your shoelaces.
I like your shoelaces.
Oh,
thanks, I stole them from the president.
That's it. Did they say that to you?
No.
I wish, man.
What were you doing on Tumblr?
So I think I did start off with like a One Direction focus.
Classic.
So classic. I was a Liam girl, not by choice, by default. All my other friends took who I wanted, which was Niall first, and then Harry.
I was Zen.
So start off with 1D, then it kind of became a Five Sauce thing. Eventually, for some reason, I got really into the Flash, like the CW Flash, like Grant Gustin as Barry Allen, and I was like reading fan fiction, like such a random niche interest to get into.
That is really random.
I feel like it did kind of form my taste in men.
Were you ever on Super Hulock?
No, so I almost just said Super Mega. Supernatural. I watched like probably the most of that. Saw maybe like a couple episodes of Doctor Who, and I think I watched Sherlock. I don't actually remember, but I was always like, nah, they're being weird over there. I like things, but I'm going to be normal about it. Which is like so, like, I was a freak. Like, I had no reason to be judging anyone else on that website.
Do you remember the Mishapocalypse?
Oh, yes. Of course.
For those who don't know what the Mishapocalypse, this goes back to April Fool's Day things because this was an April Fool's Day prank.
Tie it back in.
So Misha Collins is an actor on Supernatural. What's his? I can't remember his character's name. Castiel.
He was an angel, and he was a gay lover, but not really with Dean. Did they make that canon at the end?
You know, I
feel like
never watched it all the way through.
I'm pretty sure I saw like when the show was ending. Like I feel like they made it, or maybe they didn't. I don't know.
I don't know either.
It doesn't matter.
But there was this one picture of Misha Collins, and everyone, and I mean literally everyone on Tumblr changed their profile picture to that picture of Misha Collins. And also we're just like reposting the picture over and over again. And that was the only thing on all of the feeds all over Tumblr for that entire day.
It was crazy.
I was like 2014, I think.
Yeah, it must.
Oh my God, 2014. Literally.
Look at it. Look at us. It's like we need that kind of community organizing again. Like the internet has never been so united as it was in that moment.
Yeah, I just like missed the sense of community that Tumblr was.
Yeah.
It's when Yahoo bought it, it just kind of went in the dumper.
Yeah. I hate you, Yahoo. You ruined my life.
Yeah, Yahoo, you're a bunch of Yahoos.
You tell them. But yeah, 2014, like I've been seeing like that G-Eazy song is trending. Did you ever listen to G-Eazy?
Not really, no.
I was big into G-Eazy.
Okay.
G-Eazy and Halsey.
Not Halsey.
So they broke up.
That's right. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but I definitely went through a bit of a G-Eazy phase. I loved watching the music videos, but I feel like that, like his music really encapsulates like that time period.
Yeah, I think about like Boom Clap.
Yup.
Like just early Charlie XCX in general. Like I'm so fancy.
You already know. But yeah, the aesthetics are coming back. The clothing's coming back. I feel like that's why. Do you know Tara Yummy?
I have no idea who that is.
I cannot believe you don't know who Tara Yummy is. I'm actually gagged right now. She's just like this famous podcaster slash TikToker slash, does she do YouTube? I don't know. But I feel like she's major like 2014 like emo swag vibes.
Yeah, I've never seen this person in my life, but she looks crazy.
Like comment below if you guys knew who Tara Yummy was, or if I'm just like insane.
No, she definitely does look like very Tumblr core.
Yeah.
Okay.
So like, and she's like big in the mainstream of the internet right now, and so I feel like people are like gravitating towards that style again. We need to bring back having swag.
We need to bring back saying like a boss.
Yes.
That's there needs to be different ways to say things. You said you have a new way to say you ate.
Yes. Okay. So you know how sometimes people will comment on someone's post like 4 + 4 or 4 + 4 equals, and it's just like it means 8.
Yeah.
So I have a new thing that we should start commenting on people's posts, and it's John and Kate plus.
I like that.
Right? Isn't that kind of good?
I like that a lot.
I was inspired in the shower. I was listening to Nicki Minaj. I forget which song it is where she goes John and Kate plus 8.
Yeah.
But I just think that's a fun new way.
No, next time we post something,
it's John and Kate plus.
John and Kate plus.
JAKP. If you want to abbreviate it, like Ijbul.
I don't like the word Ijbul.
I don't like it out loud. I don't know. I feel like it was a joke and then people were using it seriously and now I can't tell.
Yeah, I can't tell either.
I've never used it in place of like LMAO.
Me neither.
I've only seen it like in memes.
I've only seen it like me when I eat the Ijbul burger.
When I wear the Ijbul dress.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Speaking of like revelations though, like shower revelations.
Revelations.
You got it.
You're right.
Anyway,
my bad.
No, that's okay. Anyway, so whatever happened to Saturday morning cartoons? For me personally, it's Saturday morning YouTube.
Is that just because you don't have cable? Well, I think just with streaming services, I think it kind of took away, like, you can have Saturday morning cartoon anytime. It can be Saturday evening. It can be Wednesday afternoon.
But then it's Saturday evening cartoon.
But you can watch them Saturday morning. You can put on Netflix.
But I just think Saturday morning cartoon is replaced with Saturday morning YouTube.
Okay.
Do you relate? On Saturday morning, you're eating your breakfast and watching TV. What are you watching?
I usually don't put on the TV during the day, but that's kind of just because the light in my apartment makes it so it's impossible to see.
Your TV was literally on when I came over, though. You were watching Twitch.
Yeah, but she's usually not live at this time. She was just doing a coverage on Drake Bell stuff.
Oh, got you.
And that's just kind of in the background. I wasn't really watching. I was just listening, you know?
Okay.
But no, I understand what you're saying. I think I'm just like so on my phone 24/7 that it is like no difference for me what time of day I'm like watching. Like, I'm just always watching something, whether it's YouTube or TikTok or
like phone or TV.
Yeah. Like, I'm just always on the screen.
Right.
And having fun.
Yeah, y'all should see Suzy's screen time compared to mine.
It's so bad. My last one, like last week on Sunday, I got the notification and I think it was 9 hours and 14 minutes. Average a day.
Like last week?
Yeah. So check yours. It's like, it's so... Listen, guys, I'm unemployed, okay? Like, what else am I supposed to do?
So mine last week did go up compared to like what it normally is. Last week it was 4 hours and 1 minute. So which is 7% up than what it normally is. The week before was 3 hours 46 minutes.
So less than half of what I'm using. How do you do it?
So I feel like a big part of it is I am employed and my job doesn't involve using my phone.
Right.
I can't really be on my phone when other people are around because it sets a bad example. I'm a receptionist, by the way. And so there's that. That takes up 8 hours of my day. And then when I get home, I don't want to be on my phone. I'd rather watch something on my TV.
But do you not, like, put something on the TV and then play on your phone, like, while the TV's on?
No, I feel like if I have the TV on, I'm usually doing something with my hands, like maybe playing my Switch or, like, coloring or, like, something like that.
That's so healthy. I, like, majority of the time that something's on the TV, I'm also, like, scrolling on my phone, which is how I get to 9 hours a day, which is so bad. And my brain is probably, like, irreparably damaged from being on iPhone so much. But it feels so good.
I feel like a big part of why I don't like scrolling on my phone that much is because I have carpal tunnel and like holding my phone and scrolling for too long will make it hurt.
See, I'm just like stronger and built different and I don't have the issues you have. So
it's because you're like all the vaccines you were talking about last
Exactly.
episode.
Like maybe if you just got more vaccines, you wouldn't have carpal tunnel.
Yeah, you're right.
Give it a try. Everyone at home, go get a few more vaccines. Let me know how it changes your life. It changed mine. So
yeah, now I don't have measles or something.
Wait.
Or scarlet fever.
Dude, I'm so glad you brought that up because I was talking to my mom about this when she was visiting. And I was talking about when I had scarlet fever. So just so you guys know, I was in the 3rd grade once.
I was too.
And during that time, I happened to contract scarlet fever. I think I'm in the body of a sickly Victorian child, and I never was supposed to live in this timeline. Because I mean, I'm anemic also, but yeah, I got scarlet fever. And I was talking to my mom about it, and she was like, "Yeah, we just had no idea, like." because it comes from having strep throat first. And so she was like, you, like, your throat wasn't sore, like, you didn't have a fever, there were no other symptoms, you just had this weird rash. But she told me, and I forgot this, I think she told me this before, my teacher at the time was pregnant. And, like, if I would have, like, gotten her sick, like, it would have fucked up the baby. Like, it would have been so bad for the baby.
That is really bad.
And it's just like I was almost like a murderer.
I wouldn't say that it would have been your fault, though.
Yeah, but it's like, what? Like, I just had a rash. Like, they didn't know. Yeah,
I mean, how long did it take for you to recover from scarlet fever? And did you have to, like, get a special note for you to come back to school?
I don't remember. I probably had, because I just started the, like, antibiotics, or the, I forget if it was penicillin or amoxicillin, whatever the pink, like, liquid bubblegum one was, and that shit tasted so good. If I could go back and drink that again, like, I would drink that every day of my life. Like, it was so yummy. But I remember, like, going to a friend's house and still taking it. So I think after a few days, I probably wasn't contagious anymore. And I was just, like, playing with my friends. And I probably went back to school after, like, a couple days or a week or something. But I was totally fine.
That is really crazy. It is crazy how, like, when you're in, like, public school and you contract, like, a certain type of, like, illness, you do need a doctor's note to come back. Like, when I had mono, I went back to school without a doctor's note because I didn't realize I needed one. And they were like, you cannot be here right now. And, like, also someone I was friends with, like, my senior year, he got meningitis. And they had to put out, like, an entire call to the school district being like, as a warning, like, someone has contracted meningitis in the school district. Please make sure your kids are up to their, like, vaccinations and everything.
Oh, my God. I definitely came to school with lice. And I remember they had to do, like, lice checks on the class because my parents were trying to figure out who gave it to me. And I think it was a girl named Heidi. Not the same Heidi.
No.
But lice Heidi.
Licey.
And it was, there was a picture, it was, like, right before spring break or something. And so there was a picture of us together and our heads were, like, touching. And then I went to Disney, and then I had lice at Disney.
Oh.
And then I was trying to, like, pull a prank and put my hat on my cousin's head, and my aunt and uncle got so mad at my parents. I mean, obviously, like,
they had every right.
It was such an evil thing for me to do, but it caused, like, a big fight, and there was drama. But everything's fine now.
Yeah.
I don't have lice. Haven't had lice in a long time.
I've never had lice.
I think I had it, like, 2 or 3 times, honestly.
Don't give that shit to me.
I was kind of a nasty freak little kid.
Okay.
But I'm normal now. I couldn't be more normal.
I'm normal too, also, by the way.
There was one last topic I wanted to bring up, and it's Australian men.
Okay.
So I just think that I was born to, like, marry an Australian man.
I've heard you say this, I feel like. Yeah.
It's something about the accent. It's something about, I feel like in that country, they were just born to, like, perform bits. Like, I don't know if you've watched a lot of Australian content or, like, know of it. And I say all this, like, never have spoken to an Australian person in my life.
I don't think I have either.
And I'm just trying to manifest it. Like, there's gotta be someone on Tinder that's Australian.
Chicago is so big that there has to be at least one Australian person living here.
Like, there has to be.
Like, a man.
And they have to come to my house and hang out with me romantically.
If you're in Chicago, you're Australian, and you're a man, and you're looking for a romantic prospect, let Suzy know.
Hit me up.
Just comment below, and she'll take a look.
I just think we would vibe. Like, they just have such a... Their sense of humor is very dry and sarcastic.
Because it's dry down in Australia.
Oh, hey! Australia.
Or
what's your best accent, Australian accent.
You're putting me on the spot.
Do you want me to go
here.
first?
Yeah, you go
It's really
first.
bad, so
Okay.
it'll set you at ease. Oh no, I need to jump in the water.
I think your Australian accent, I can't do it. Accent is better than mine.
It always reverts into British.
Yeah, mine does too. It's like the British person's accent equivalent to like their southern accent.
Yeah. I'm Australian, mate.
Australian.
In the outback.
Oh no.
Wait, that was good.
In the outback.
Outback.
Yeah, it's like I could only
Steakhouse.
say shrimp on the barbie.
Dingo ate my baby. See, now an Australian's gonna see this and be like, I'm not dating her.
Or they're gonna be like, I'm so offended, and we're gonna get canceled.
Canceled, sued.
Canceled second episode in.
Doxed. Shot in the head.
Mm-hmm.
I can't wait.
Are you ready to do our game?
Yes. Everyone loved the game. Thank you all for your support.
Yeah. Like we said, let us know if you have suggestions. And yeah, I can go first this time.
Kick us off.
So the first one, we're also going to say the name of the people who left the review. So this review is from May. Child neglect, but make it family friendly is the first one.
Okay.
The next one is from Holly. Holly said, of course you have blue hair and pronouns. Do you want to guess, or do you want me to read the last one?
I would love the last one.
Okay, this last one is from Shay. I would write a review for this, but I'm too busy throwing away all the dolls and buttons in my house.
Coraline?
Yeah.
Oh, yay! I love that movie.
No, me too. Such a good movie. The book is so scary. I remember reading it in 4th grade, like around when the movie came out, I think, because my dad was like, oh, it's based on a book. And it scared me. Like, it is far more scarier than the movie.
I don't think I've read the book.
You should. It's short. Yeah.
I'll think about it. Okay, are you ready?
Mm-hmm.
The grip this film had on 13-year-old me from Abby.
Okay.
Do you want to make a guess?
Is it Hunger Games?
No.
Okay.
But
wait, is it Fault in Our Stars?
yes. No way.
Well, I was just thinking like of movies that when I was 13
had a grip on
me.
That's so funny. Do you want to hear the other reviews I pulled?
Yes.
This one would have given it away, but oh shoot, it closed. Well, one was they look like siblings.
They did, yeah.
I know that cigarette soggy as hell. He would have loved a jewel.
Oh my god.
That's from Sydney. Thank you, Sydney. Yeah.
Okay.
Good guess. You're good at this game.
No, I am. Well, last time I feel like I kind of flopped. Because you had to reveal the name of Steve Martin for Pink Panther.
Oh, true.
Okay. I feel like this one you'll get. Hopefully.
Okay.
Okay, first one. From Green Charlie. Sim session with the boys goes horribly wrong.
Okay.
This next one is from Freya. Can't believe there was all that drama on set for such a mediocre film.
Okay.
The last one is from Allie. Movie about the dangers of letting men have and listen to podcasts.
Oh, is it Don't Worry, Darling?
Yeah.
Dude, that was a crazy movie.
Yeah, it was.
Harry Styles.
Like, half of the reviews were about how Harry Styles was an incel in that movie.
He was a freak.
Yeah.
But he played it off, so what does that say? And
I'm still attracted to him. Not in that moment. I was not.
Yeah, good. Good to clarify. All right, so our last movie is I almost just said it. Okay, so this is from Mia. People who can't enjoy this movie are boring and pretentious. I didn't make the rules.
Okay.
The next review from Ashley with a juice box emoji. You know they wanted to say fuck so bad in the dialogue, but couldn't because they had to keep it PG-13.
Okay.
And then the last one, which will definitely give it away. Since you've been gone, audition scene is literal free therapy. It's pitch perfect. Honestly, perfect movie.
That movie is so good. I feel like I just watched it somewhat recently, and there's a lot of like problematic things they say in that movie. No,
it's so bad.
Like, I did not remember them saying before.
But it also holds up.
Oh, it holds up.
There's also a lot of vomit. Like, I feel like a lot of the reviews that I was going through was just like talking about all the vomit.
Well, there's a vomit scene.
Yeah.
Where like it's just gross. I don't want to talk about it.
I think this is my hot take. I think people with emetophobia need to grow up.
Damn, okay.
I'm just kidding. It actually seems really stressful and horrible. No, I don't mean that, but
I feel like I struggled with emetophobia for a long time. Like, if I had a stomach flu, I would much rather like not throw up than like
throw up.
Yeah. I don't know. There's just something about it. But I don't want to talk about throw up just because who wants to listen to that?
You're right. What a horrible note to end this episode. I'm so sorry.
Everyone's going to throw up now.
No, let's talk about acapella. Let's end it on
zoom 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 zoom.
Here's the thing. We started out. There's been a lot of singing in this episode.
I know. It's just like I have a natural gift for singing and
I don't.
And I have this microphone in front of me, so I kind of just like feel the urge.
Leave a comment below if you liked our singing, if you want to hear more. But that's kind of it for this week. Make sure if you're listening on Spotify or Apple Podcasts, make sure to leave us a 5-star review because it helps us look good or perform for the algorithm or something. I don't really know if that's what it does, but that sounds right.
Yeah. So. Also, there's a lot of y'all who watched our YouTube video but did not subscribe, so
make sure to hit that subscribe button.
Smash that like button.
Hit the bell for notifications every time we post a new video. And I hope you have a great Easter, a great April Fool's.
Hope you had
a great Easter and a great April Fool's.
And we'll see you next
Tuesday.
See you next Tuesday.
Bye.
Bye. Besitos.